Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to some. Welcome to this week's, well, not this week's, this is the, oh my gosh. I was going through my old here.
Snap out of it. Hello,
Is.
Natalie, welcome.
Hi, Natalie. Oh my gosh, everyone is coming. Hi, Alicia. Wow. Christina, Kobe Lynn. I said it correctly. Stephen, your SHMEZOLUTIONS Nation. Welcome, everyone.
That's from Pedal. That's not me. Hey, Nick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, everyone. Welcome. This is Spiritual Workouts' 4th annual Resolutions, SHMEZOLUTIONS online intention setting party extravaganza. Woo!
Hey. Hi, Kathy.
I have my kombucha ready. Ding, 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 ding. My name is Delilah De La Rosa, and to my side here, this way, is Stephen Morrison, creator of Spiritual Workout, the person that will be helping us turn our resolutions for 2020 and beyond into shiny, clear intentions, spiritual workout style.
I'll certainly do my best.
Good. Yes, this is the person that will be helping us along here to turn those resolutions, SHMEZOLUTIONS into shiny, not tiny, shiny, clear intentions. That's what we do in Spiritual Workout. Everyone who's here that, oh, you're okay.
I'm just responding. Keep talking.
Okay. For anyone who is new, this is what we tend to do here in Spiritual Workout. Actually, it's a very integral part of Spiritual Workout, the intention setting process. This is the question that we explore in our intention setting clinic. Intentions matter. It's one of the 15 spiritual workout concepts. And it's also one of our clinics that we do every week, our intention setting clinic. Which is a very, like I said, integral part of the spiritual workout practice. So thank you everyone who's new, who's here. We're going into 2020. It's a big year, big decade. And this is not only for 2020, it's for beyond. And we'll talk a little bit about that as well. Right, Stephen? A little bit about time in this 5D spiritual workout.
Yeah, I think it'll come up. And if it doesn't, you'll nudge me.
All right. Sounds good. So the way that this works, everyone, I'm just going to go over a couple of instructions so that everyone is on the same page, especially for newcomers. We actually are wanting for anyone in the chat area who would like to come on board on stage here where you see Stephen and myself to talk about what resolution you may have, or maybe you already have it as an intention.
You got one.
Yeah, if you have it, you don't have to necessarily spell it all out, but you want to come on board, you want to come on.
Kobe Lynn's already there.
Okay.
She's first, I guess. You're
first. If you want to come on here, just let us know in the chat area or and ask a question, just so that way I can monitor who goes when. And let us know that, hey, I want to come on up here, and I will connect you. I'll send you an invite. And it'll ask you if it can access your camera, video, as well as your audio, and just say yes, and you'll be golden. You'll be connected right to where you see Stephen and myself. You'll split it with Stephen. Maybe if someone has a resolution or intention that is similar to someone else, we can actually have that other person come on board as well. So that would be great. A couple of things to know, everyone, about having the best connection so there's no interruptions.
Winding. I'm just acknowledging people who are coming in.
Okay. You do that.
It's a party. But
everyone listen to these things. These are very important for the best connection. If you have any other apps or programs that are running at the same time, some examples, sneaky examples, include Spotify or Slack. Please make sure that you close them because they can affect the video audio quality and accessibility. Very important. Please just check that you can just close any of those programs that are on. That would be great. Another really important thing, if you have headphones, please grab them, have them on standby, have them on, because we notice that sometimes we'll get some funky audio feedback. Sometimes we have some weird echoes. We can't hear you, you can't hear us. And for some reason, these headphones really
Linda,
do
Jordan.
fix it up. So thank you so much. If you can grab those headphones, have them on standby, have them on. Another very important thing, over the last couple of weeks, Chrome has been upgrading and updating their versions of Chrome. So if you are using Chrome as your browser, make sure that you have the most up-to-date version. I have the link where you can check in the chat area. Make sure you have the most up-to-date version. And if you do have the most up-to-date version, make sure that the firewalls and pop-up blockers are off. That way we are able to see you on camera as well. So it's not just audio. But if it just happens to be audio, that's fine too. We can work with that. Last but not least, all Spiritual Workout online interactive broadcasts are recorded and available to patrons for $5. Non-patrons for $10. For anyone who has registered for this event, however, you will be able to access the recording almost immediately after we close out here. It'll pop up automatically almost immediately after we close out tonight. And if you'd like to take a look at it at a later time, just simply use the link that used to join this event. With that,
Arman, aka Poppy.
now you can talk, Stephen.
Making his big entrance tonight.
All right, so Kobe Lynn's first up.
And Alicia and Alexis, thank you. And Alicia, thank you for bringing your goddess of a daughter. And Jordan, hi, welcome. And Windine, that's Ian, my nephew. You guys met at home. And hi to everybody. I'm just really excited. We're going to, for those of you who are Spiritual Workout veterans, and you're very familiar with our intention setting process and our intention setting clinic, the idea tonight is to, hey Kobe Lynn, is to go in the direction of that without going full bore into the nitty gritty of every single component of setting intentions. And Kobe Lynn, I'll get to you in 1 second. I just want to be clear with everybody. So first and foremost, oh, and hi, Kathy, and Alessandra and Karen. If I missed anybody, my apologies. It's a little weird. I feel like I'm in a tunnel because I would love to see everybody in one room, but I'm imagining and feeling. Okay, so why are we talking about turning a resolution into what we call a shiny, clear intention? There's really one reason for that, and this is it. The law of attraction is always on. The law of attraction is always on. The law of attraction is always on. That means every time we're thinking about something and every time we're feeling something, we're creating more of that. So in our culture, a lot of times when we talk about resolutions, we talk about something that we want to be or do or have, which is great. That's a fantastic starting point. That's where it all starts. But oftentimes, our expectations are different than they are when we have intentions, or we're not so sure, we're not so convinced that this resolution we're making is even going to happen. So beliefs come into it right off the bat. So what we're going to do tonight is just take anybody's ideas for a resolution and go some ways down the path of turning that into a shiny, clear intention, but also probably keeping it a little shy of how deep we go into it in a regular spiritual workout drop-in or intention setting clinic. So I'll shut up now. Welcome, Kobe Lynn. Happy almost New Year.
Hello. Happy almost New Year.
Nice to see you.
It's nice to be here on screen. You can actually see me.
Yeah, we can see you. Oh, and one more thing, everybody. We're just going to go until we're done. So if at some point you want to come on and we haven't gotten to you yet and you have to go, do your best to let us know in the little chat, and we'll do our best to meet your needs. Okay. Kobe Lynn, what are we talking about?
Okay. So I don't do resolutions either. So I was like, well, what am I going to do?
Okay, next.
But I came up with one because I was like, no. So for the, I don't know, 2 or 3, food has been a big thing for me for a number of years.
Mm-hmm.
But in the last couple months, being plant-based has been something that's been extremely something that I feel compelled to do.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, because it's such a lifestyle change, and the other alternative word to plant-based is vegan, and what that it comes with like a whole other set of stuff that I'm like, I just felt resistance, and I've felt resistance for a long time. But I feel compelled at this time, like it's time, but I know that I have to have the right intention behind it to make this happen.
Beautiful.
So my resolution would be, I guess, like as a goal, like I'll be plant-based in 2020. You know, January 1st, I'm plant-based. And it's a little bit different than just that.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. So this is a beautiful, perfect, wonderful example of what we're talking about. So Kobe Lynn is saying, well, I'm going to be plant-based, and obviously she's been thinking a lot about it. So where I would go with that in terms of resolution versus intention is what is the intention of the plant-based, or would be the intention of vegan? What is your intention for even doing this starting in 2 days? In other words, yeah, why are you doing this? What are you hoping will happen?
So, the first thing is that I know that I want to be more healthy and my body to be more healthy. I wasn't always convinced that that was plant-based.
Right.
And so, but had gone down some other roads, and through intention this year, like felt like I was getting to a healthier state. But that's why I think I'm actually where I'm at, is because my body's like, okay, it's time to take this further. But I was not convinced that plant-based was the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had some things like come into my life that show me that plant-based lifestyle is, I'm gonna get emotional. That is why I need to go. And for a humanity, self-sustaining, bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
the things that I've read and the things that I've noticed, like that's just, I feel compelled as a human being to help this planet and to make my carbon footprint smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's lots of ways to do that, but I feel like this is one way that I can make an impact.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like I was thinking about this, like why? I mean, I've set intentions before, so why? And I've watched my body over time, like if there's a plastic bag use, I actually have a physical reaction. My son, like we use single-use plastic, and I have a physical reaction. I was in Alaska with my sister, and I saw the glaciers, and she talked about how much they've changed, and I think about it now, and I literally cry. I'm like, it's changed. Something's changed inside me that I feel like I physically have to take action, and this is the action I feel like I can take.
Mm-hmm. And when you take that action, what does that do for you as a spiritual being having this human experience? Just generally.
Yeah. Personally, for me, I expect it and desire for it to raise my vibration, or to keep my vibration at a higher standing. That the vibration of love, that's kind of where it's coming from, is this overwhelming love of myself and being healthy. I have my own health issues that I need to be aware of, and lower inflammation and different things like that. But also I have a little kiddo that, like, with some severe special needs that I need to be able to run and keep up with. And love is the highest vibration. And I have seen that this last week, like exponentially increase my ability to be a mother to him, and I want that.
So I have raised my vibration to a point where it influences everything, and I've done it on purpose, and I'm aware of it. I'm naturally, organically eating food that's right for my body. I feel more energized and more and healthier on a daily basis. My energy is super high, and so I feel better personally, physically, and I am also, my higher vibration is inspiring me to make more and more choices that lower and lower my carbon footprint. Does this start to sound like where you want to be?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is from my perspective, this is a perfect example. So we start with, I'm going to eat plant-based. I've never really been that. I've been doing some research. It kind of feels like maybe that's the right thing. But again, that's not really the be all end all. You will learn, it sounds like, if you continue down this path, a lot of different things about how food operates in your system and what foods work and what foods don't, right? So
Yeah.
instead of focusing on one thing as the resolution or the intention to eat plant-based, for example, if we go to the intention of the intention, why is it that I'm wanting to do that? And you articulated it very beautifully. I just spewed back what you said and embellished it a little bit. But that idea of raising your vibration to the level of love, because that's the place from which everything else happens. So it sounds like your intention is to raise your vibration and keep it high.
Yep.
And in order to do that, paying much closer attention to what you're actually eating and how you're using food and how food works in your system, and paying much closer attention to your ability to be present for your son and to be, the mom that you intend to be for him, and to align with the forces of humanity, to use your words, and the planet to for overall healing. So you can feel where any of these things could be intentions in and of themselves. But for me, this is where I would take this. How does that feel to you?
No, it sounds spot on. Yeah. I mean, you took what I said and put it into nice, clear words.
And beautiful. And that's a sketch and a rough draft as it is. So within there, so I would start with that, the intention to raise one's vibration for the reasons that you're talking about. And then, as we know, as we set the intentions and we invest energy in cultivating them, then we become more and more inspired and open to hearing the inspiration for what actions to take. Oh, plant-based. And it's already happening. You're already having conversations. But
because, and as you're talking, I'm sitting here thinking, like, this hasn't just happened. Like, you have found a sense of self-love, and therefore, like, you're continuing, your body's continuing, your soul is continuing to say, okay, now here's the next step. Okay, then here's the next thing that we do to show ourselves that we love ourselves. This is mine. This is my body. This isn't, I'm not preaching to anyone else. But what that looks like, and even on a specific, like, basis, understanding what that looks like.
Yeah. So does that feel right to you? It sounds like it
Yeah,
does.
I like it.
Very cool. All right, so before you go, first toast of the night.
Oh yeah! Woohoo! Cheers!
Apple cider,
Happy New Year,
everybody. But next year I'm going to make this a challenge for you guys to get me drunk, and I'll use actual champagne. But
sweet, because this is
here's to you, Kobe Lynn.
apple cider.
Here's to you, Kobe
Thank
Lynn,
you
and
so much.
And your very,
for
very
starting us
high
off.
vibration.
Cheers.
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 Excellent. You good?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
And we'll shine that up in the intentions clinic. But
Yep.
I think you're off to a great start. Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye, Kobe Lynn. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Great. That was a great one. I love that. And I loved how we started off with the intention of the intention, or like something
We're gonna hear a lot of
allows you
that.
to explain. Yeah, because there's like we get into the how as opposed to the actual,
Right.
to the actual intention.
Right.
Something that we definitely go over in spiritual workout land, guys. All right, who's next? Who is next?
Who's next? I'm
Anyone?
going to read Linda's comment. I've been vegan for 2 years. I love it. My mental and physical health have improved dramatically. It's been one of the best decisions of my life. My life has improved in so many areas, not to mention it's better for the environment, more conscious way of living. So very similar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah, who's next?
Yeah. Okay, Alicia. Yay. We're going to send you an invite here.
Just so you guys know, you're not going to show up on screen if you don't want to, obviously.
Yeah, we could take the camera off, but we'd love to see your beautiful faces. Hi, Alicia.
How you be?
I'm good.
Excellent. Well, thanks for bringing your people tonight. Welcome
Yeah.
to Alicia's people. So, what are we talking about?
My intention this year is to move to my daughter. Is before the end of this year, by summertime, I'm hoping to move to Hawaii. Hawaii is just the bonus. It's really to go live with my daughter and my grandson. But the fact that it's Hawaii is just a big bonus.
All right. And tell me about the summer timing of it all.
Well, I'm in a lease until May, so that's one part.
Mm-hmm.
And my intention is to create a financial way to make that possible. And so I kind of have until then to create that way.
Okay. And let's just say it. What if that doesn't happen by then?
Then I'll just keep working towards it until it aligns, and that's where I'm supposed to be.
Okay. So I know. So tell me more about what it is. I know it's moving to be with your daughter, etc.
Yeah.
But then, what's that all about?
So I want to go be a grandma more. So the feeling of being able to support my daughter and to be able to be there with my grandson. I love the warm weather. I dread the cold. So I want to get to where I can be warm, and I feel like it will allow me to be in a more creative space in my life.
A more
creative space in my life.
All right. Okay, so anything else in there?
Well, that financial way is a lot about me creating a business that's sharing my gifts in the world. And so that's a big part of it. The biggest thing holding me back is my fear of sharing myself and my gifts with the world.
Yeah, as you have shared with us a little bit in Spiritual Workout World, right? So your intention for that, your business, we'll get to another time, right?
Yeah.
So let's just help. Again, so Delilah picked up earlier or revisited the whole idea oftentimes that we talk about here, which is what is the intention of the intention? So much of resolution to intention is about that. So first and foremost, Alicia, look, I get it, I feel it, I understand it, and yet the calendar is usually our enemy when it comes to these things. Now, 5D, there's no calendar, consciousness, new consciousness, all the things that we're doing, right? And yet we live in a 3D world. There's a point at which, we're all going to be here at this particular day on this particular time. We've been talking about that for weeks, right? So there's not one thing is bad and one thing is good. It's just how do we negotiate as spiritual beings having human experiences in this particular way, wanting to live more and more consciously, more and more from higher consciousness. How do we negotiate on a minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day basis when at a certain point we are going to meet up against 3D world? Nothing wrong with that. We came here to experience 3D world, but we also came here to cultivate a 5D consciousness while we're in 3D world. So if that were me, I get you're going to have a lease. It's going to be up. Something's going to have to change one way or the other anyway. You are hoping to be ready by that time to make the whole big move. And maybe that'll happen. I sure hope it does. But we can't. So when we're setting intentions, everybody remember, we have to let go of how it's all going to happen, and we have to let go of when. Not so simple necessarily, but not impossible either. It just takes a little getting used to. So then how do we craft an intention that lets go of the how and the when? So the goal, the objective, the resolution is I'm moving to Hawaii to be with my family for various reasons, right?
Yeah.
As soon as we say I'm moving there by the summer, it's sort of just, it's a natural thing to want to say or do, but it's not so great when it comes to engaging law of attraction, remembering that we get more and more of what we think about. So, 2-3 months go by, tick tock, oh my God, I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. That's what we want to not have spend any time or energy in. So this starts to, tell me what this starts to sound like with you. And I'm just verbally sketching with you, right? Yeah. But my intention is to be an integral part of my family's life. My intention is to be a supportive entity within this ecosystem, to be able to be supportive in all the ways I want, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, right? And all that means to you, to be supportive. But there's an intention. I am supportive with regard to my family. I am present. I live with my family. I am living a whole new world. I'm able to be supportive because of other stuff. That may or may not need to be in there, right? But if you can talk and think about it that way, how does that feel to you?
That feels much better. So I am supporting and creating my life in Hawaii with my family.
Yeah.
And it's much more clear to me.
Yeah, and I'm there and I'm part of it, and and again, those very specific things, I am supportive and all that means to you. And and another thing that you said that I just saw in my note, I am creative. Not only am I there being part of this family and being part of my family and being present and being supportive, and I'm blossoming as a human being myself. I'm creative. I'm doing my work. So none of this has anything about a date in there. And I think that's really essential. The date's going to come whether, regardless. You already know what that date is. What I'm suggesting is between now and that date, don't spend a second thinking about or worrying about when it's going to happen.
Okay. Take that.
And every single day, just be thinking and cultivating these intentions, this intention.
Okay. Yeah, that helps. Take the date out and just say what I'm going to be when I'm there, how I want to feel, what's happening by being there.
Because it's going to happen. We just don't know the exact date right now.
Yes.
And the reason that I'm making such a big deal out of this is what trips us up so often in the intention setting process. It's okay. We were all taught, set a goal, make it happen. Here we set a goal and let the universe make it happen.
Yes.
I get it. It's a different game.
Okay. That helps a lot.
That good?
Get more refined into that. Okay. Cheers. Big cheers to that.
And here's to your new life with your old family.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Alicia.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Nice. Again, the intention of the intention.
So Natalie is Kobe Lynn's sister. Is that right?
I think so. Yes. Hey, sis. Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, I'll drink on that too.
Nick,
right,
I just sent an invite. Nick, he said a couple to play with, learning to play an instrument and cultivating my listening to inspiration muscle.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
That sounds like he's been in spiritual workout. The one in Alaska. Beautiful. Welcome, Alaska. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, where's everybody from tonight? Just throw it in there. Let's see.
I'm in New York.
I'm in Colorado, Salt Lake City,
Oh, Nick, you're not on.
Hawaii, Salt Lake City, Alaska. Wow, we've got from Hawaii to Philly to Virginia, Northern
North
California.
Cali. Cali.
Did we
Nick.
lose Nick?
No, Nick is. We can hear Nick, but he's not on camera.
Is that fixable, or are we going to go with audio? California, New
I
Jersey.
don't have a camera option, so I think
Nick,
it might.
Nick, talk to us. What do you need?
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. This is the first time I'm using my work laptop for this, and I'm pretty sure that they probably don't turn on the camera. So,
And they probably have firewalls and all that stuff. So yeah.
Give me like 1 second. I'm just going to log on with, okay, hold on. Never mind. We'll just use my voice. Okay. So my first resolution, soon to be intention, is a little more playful, and that is around learning a instrument. So
Any old, or you have one picked out?
I got a ukulele for
Hi, Dave Morse. Sorry. A ukulele.
yes.
Okay.
So I've had it for 2 days, and I have been just like messing around with it, tuning it, getting it played. And the reason that I want to learn a instrument, and ukulele was just something that I thought would be more fun, is as a different way to express myself. So, there's all these other ways that you can. I enjoy singing, making up ridiculous songs. Christina can attest to, I'll sing in the shower when we're driving, randomly in the kitchen. So as a creative outlet that I would like to not only be able to just play jokingly, but also create the skill to be like somewhat decent and not just like messing around as an additional hobby.
Mm-hmm. So you want to develop some proficiency.
Correct. So, and again, the whole thing is a new outlet to express myself creatively.
Yeah. All right. And what's so interesting to you about that at this juncture in your life?
So the ways that I have kind of all of my creative outlets have usually been doing physical things. So it's stepping into something that I don't necessarily need to go out and do something, where I could just be at home doing it. The accessibility to be like, oh, I'm not going to go snowboarding today and take a whole day to do it. I just want to jam on the ukulele for an hour and be expressive like that. So allowing myself additional outlets where it's not always physical and kind of trying something new.
And how does it feel to you to be even thinking and talking about this?
It feels exciting. It also feels scary because it's nothing I've never attempted to try before. So a mixture of those two primarily, and then also just like a playful like happiness. Like I envision this in a future state of like figuring out how to play the ukulele, then figuring out how to like maybe write some music, then all these ridiculous songs I make, putting them to like playing a ukulele, and just doing something that for me would be uncomfortable, I guess, as well.
Cool. I don't have much to offer here, but I will offer something for sure. So, and the reason I say that is because it sounds like you're pretty clear about this. So let's just sort of smooth it out a little and see if it'll help.
Sure.
So again, for anyone who's new, when we talk about intentions, we also, one of the key major things is to speak in present tense language. So remembering that the law of attraction is always on, if we say, I want, the universe, which always and only ever says yes, says, okay, yes, Stephen, you want. Fantastic. And then that dynamic just continues on forever. When we say, I have, I am, then the universe says yes. And so even if it's not true yet, it starts to feel awkward in the beginning because we feel like we're lying. So for you in this instance, Nick, it sounds like, here's what it sounds like to me, and tell me if it fits, but something like, I'm expanding my human experience. I'm exploring aspects of my personality that I've not really ever paid a whole lot of attention to before. I'm so eager to find and cultivate different ways to express myself in ways beyond anything I can really imagine because it's all so new. For example, this ukulele idea, maybe that'll be something. That's something that's really exciting me, and it kind of fits into this whole idea of learning and expressing myself in ways that are new and different for me. I love the combination of feelings from excitement to scary to playful that are starting to come. And just noticing those feelings is evidence of my project and what I'm doing and how I'm learning and ways in which I'm growing. And I'm really excited to try out this ukulele thing. How does that sound or fit?
That sounds good. I definitely, this is as coming into the evening, thinking more on intention side, but then something as a resolution that I do want to craft this into positive present tense and make it fit into where I want it to go, and then to create the intention and then wording around that. So yeah. What you've just described is where I'm headed.
Okay, beautiful. And so all we did with Nick's resolution, so the resolution could have been the beginning, middle, and end. I'm going to learn to play the ukulele. No problem. Maybe in the course of doing that, he would land in the zone that we're talking about. Maybe he'll lose interest in it. Maybe he'll find something else that he'd rather do. But if he keeps his attention more at the macro level of it, then there's a lot for me, and tell me, Nick, what it feels like to you, but then it feels like it's a lot looser when it comes to playing with the ukulele today, these days, in the coming days and weeks. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
And so again, everybody, it's still sort of an intention of an intention. This is just practice. It's just practice. We're going to get really good at it. And again, what we're wanting to avoid, and I'm projecting, Nick, because you're a different person than I am, and I don't want to make it seem like you would be like I am. But a lot of people in those situations, it's like, oh God, I was gonna play the ukulele, and now 2 weeks have gone by, and I've only done it once, and right? That's what we want to avoid. That's where resolutions, as we're talking about it, often take us. So what we're talking about with the more macro level into which the resolution fits is where we want to really be thinking and feeling all the time. That's the intention. Law of attraction always on.
Right on.
Right on.
I mean, maybe by this time next year, my ukulele band will be coming to a city near you.
And playing at Resolution is All right, here's to that. And you had another one.
I did.
Listen to inspiration. That's a good one. Ukulele is great too. But
So
So
what we're talking? Yeah, spiritual workout theme song. You got it. We're in need. So Nick, is what we're talking about, Nick? I love it, Natalie. Thanks.
I know.
Is what we're talking about, Nick? In this, does the listening to inspiration intention fit into that as well, or do we need to do more?
So the listening to inspiration is more kind of around what we discussed earlier today, around, I guess, recognizing the emotions that are integral to things that inspire me. Because from what my challenge has been is that, just really oversimplifying, that I'm a doer without looking for context, meaning, and things that drive that.
Mm-hmm.
So my intention / resolution is to be able to step in and really understand the inspiration that's driving me, and then to pull out and associate the emotions that are fulfilling that inspiration, to really understand at a very fundamental level why I'm doing things. Does that make sense?
It does. So the more you grow that inspiration muscle, so Nick's referring to one of the 15 spiritual workout concepts, which is listen to inspiration. We had a private session. This is what came up. And now he's like, okay, let's go. Let's grow this muscle. Listening to inspiration is all about the being part of the human beings we are. It's all about the feeling. And so Nick hasn't been that guy so much. You know, I think a lot of people here have gone from, I don't know what a feeling is, to, oh, now I'm more fluent, right? So you are wanting to develop that more. And what I predict will happen is that as that muscle grows, the analysis part that you're talking about will subside more. And you're going to, so I'm going to jump ahead as usual. And it sounds like not totally dissimilar to where we were, but you would wind up saying some version of, I'm living a whole new way. There's this part of me, this being part of me that has always been here, but I was never shown about it. I wasn't taught about it. In fact, I was taught that it didn't even exist or it didn't matter. Now I'm changing. Now I'm understanding more and more and more how to use my inspiration. I'm understanding more and more how to listen for it and to appreciate it when I receive communication. I'm better and better all the time at thinking less and feeling more and trusting the being part of the human being I am to direct me in my life. This is completely different from how I used to live. I am enjoying this new thing. I never would have seen this coming. How does that start to sound or feel?
And I mean, that is the exact direction I want to go into, because it's leaning into something for me that is very new.
Yeah.
And I know that we're not going to time bound anything, but I would like I would like to accelerate that leaning in, growing into, building that muscle, and then ultimately exemplifying that at a rapid pace.
I love the speed at which I'm learning. I love the speed at which I'm growing.
Right on. Right on.
anything that I'm offering up, you guys? Oh no. All right, Wendine, we'll come back. We'll cycle back around to you one day. So sorry about that. Okay, so Nick. So yeah, that's intention-wise, again, that's what you, bye Wendine, that's what you want to, that's the space you want to be in, you know, this idea that, you know, the speed at which I'm learning and growing is fantastic. And again, it's just practicing ways to oftentimes generalize so that we can just move into that space of feeling.
Sure. And that statement about loving the speed at which I'm growing and learning, I feel that that can get pulled into several other intentions to help them kind of have the universe move them along, perhaps.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Perfect.
Well, I mean, I've got like 4 more if we want to hang out, but I know there's other people. So I'll raise, I'm having a fine scotch to cheers with.
Oh, excellent.
Since
All
I'm
right,
not on screen.
well,
Cheers.
hang on and we'll come back to you.
Sweet.
Okay. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Hey, Nick.
I had to give him some time to respond after he had his scotch.
We're very dating here.
Exactly.
The link, Alexis is asking.
Alexis, yes. Alexis, I'm sending you an invite right now. There you go. Perfect.
Champagne.
All right, Alexis, did you just, oh, there you are. Hi.
Alexis.
I'm fine. Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh,
Happy New Year. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
My thing, I love having new people in spiritual workout all the time, but especially on this night for some reason. So welcome.
Thank you. It was perfect. I didn't know if I could make it, and I was able to just slide right in.
And here you are.
Yes.
So you getting the hang of what we're doing here?
Yeah, it's awesome. So beautiful. All right. So I have a bunch of intentions, but the one that was coming through super clear and felt really important to me to bring up during this is creating more time for self-care for myself.
Mm. All right. And what is the problem that's being solved with this desire?
Woo. Getting emotional. I have an 8-month-old son, so if I'm not taking care of myself, then I can't take very good care of him.
Yeah. So it's for you and it's for your son and okay.
Yeah, for my partner, for my businesses.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be a much better me if I take that time for myself.
Yeah. And do you not normally have the time, or is it more that you're not habituated to taking the time for yourself?
Definitely both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you have to believe in order to readily, happily, willingly, either as needed or on a particular schedule, take time for yourself?
Right. I guess just having a daily check-in and knowing that I'm allowed to have that and that it's necessary. I guess I feel there's a lot of guilt and shame around it usually.
Okay, that's the piece I was looking for. So when we do our full bore, you may know this, you may not, Alexis, intention setting, it is extremely common that as we put our foot on the gas of what we're wanting to be or do or have, self-care, I'm strong, I'm aligned, I'm good, I can give from a full cup, right? So no sooner do we put our foot on the gas of that desire than we have beliefs that come up that are in the realm of shame or guilt oftentimes. And then before we know it, our other foot is on the brake. So a lot of that process is beyond what we're going to do tonight, because tonight we just want to really focus it on the desire, on the intention. And then we're always measuring ourselves. It's like, okay, I can align with this intention, no problem. It's articulated, it's shiny, it's clear, and I'm there. Or we notice, oh, I'm not there. So today, I just want to focus on, generally speaking, what it starts to look and feel like when that's the case. And I think you're mostly there. So let's just sort of now re-language what you're saying, imagining that every day when you wake up, this self-care thing that you are wanting is actually happening.
Right. Yeah, I guess just intending to create time and space for myself.
Let's go here. So I wake up every day.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Wake up and I am allowed to take my time for myself, to take care of myself first before attending to everything else. I don't need to feel guilty about it. I need to do it to feel good and happy and be able to have the capacity. Go ahead.
I'm really enjoying being a mom. I am better and better all the time at putting my oxygen mask on first so that I can bring to my child the best me. Caring for myself is caring for him. I love that there is always more than enough time for me to center myself, to check in with myself, to align with my desire to operate and give from a full cup. I can feel the richness of the connection with my boy when I'm fully present. I used to believe it was not okay for me to do the exact thing I'm doing now, and everything is better.
Ah, sounds beautiful. Thank you. I'm writing it down.
Pardon me?
I said I'm writing that down.
Cool. And so apparently that does resonate. That does feel like where you want to be, right? So you guys can see all we're doing here is stretching beyond something that we can see right in front of us and going a little more general and understanding where that one thing might fit in. That seems to be what's happening. And so it's the same old thing, right? It's like, how can we think and talk about where we're going, why we're doing what we're wanting to do? What's the intention for the self-care? Well, it's more than just me feeling good, right? So being able to just put it into that language. And that's, again, as always, just kind of practice.
Awesome. Thank you for your help.
Does it feel like it hit the whole thing? That was it?
Yeah, I feel a lot lighter now.
Well, we listen to inspiration here, so I'll go with that. And here's to Alexis and your son and all good things. And here's to self-care for moms, for crying out loud. Put your oxygen mask on first.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Aloha.
Thank you, Alexis.
Oh, and one thing just to think about, shame and guilt and all that stuff are just beliefs. They're just beliefs. And so as soon as you find what the belief is, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, and you can change it. You don't have to try to override them or pretend that they're not there. You can, at some point in this process, just be like, wow, okay, that belief is up today. That belief is activated, that I shouldn't do this. It's not okay, whatever it is. And then we have other ways of working on that level. But it starts with foot on the gas with the intention.
Thank you. I look forward to more. Aloha.
Aloha.
Happy New Year.
You too. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for helping us spread the geography.
I know. I love it. All right. So next up, Karen. I'm sending you an invite, Karen. And anyone else who'd like to come up and set a shiny, clear intention for 2020 and beyond, let us know in the chat area or in Ask a Question. Preferably in Ask a Question, because that way I can monitor everything better. But if you put it in the chat area, I'll do that as well.
She's good. And Delilah, what were you saying about the replay?
Oh, yes, that the replay is available. So for anyone who's like, oh my God, I have to jot this down whenever Stephen's articulating an intention, just know that you'll be able to watch the replay for free. You don't have to pay anything. It'll come up almost immediately after we end here. And you can also check it out at the best time for yourself by using the link using the link that you used to join this event.
And once they get there, so like, would Alexis be able to skip to her piece?
Yes, in Ask a Question, I've been putting everyone's question in there. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened with Karen. Karen, as you can see in Ask a Question, I've been putting everyone who's been asking to come on screen from the chat area. I've just been putting you guys in the Ask a Question box. And from there, you'll see, it'll say like answered question or something like that. And you can just go right directly. Once you get the recording, you can go right directly to where you were working out your intention, or cultivating your intention, as we like to say here.
Ian said he would come up while we're waiting for Karen, if you want.
Okay, let's get that. I'm going to send you an invite, Ian, because I'm not sure why I'm not able to get Karen on. Hey, Ian.
There he is.
Hello, hello. Am I on?
What's up? You're on.
All right.
You are on.
What's happening?
You are live.
All right.
Online.
Sweet, sweet. Cool. So
New
my
Year's Eve.
Eve, yes.
Welcome to SHMEZ.
Thank you. This is my big New Year's plan since came down with a little sickness. I can't do anything on the real New
We're
Year's
all you've
Eve, but
got?
this'll work. This'll work for sure. So my Res Shmez intention for the new year is really just finding moments of like true serenity. And there's way more like to it beyond that in terms of what comes from those moments where you're just sitting, standing, walking, moving, whichever, and you just feel that sensation of just like kind of weightlessness, certain level of just feeling really light, confident, clean, clear, collected, and also not controlling at all, if that makes sense. So you're just like in this space where, a lot of times you might feel it when you're on a vacation and you don't have those responsibilities of like job, life, walking your dog, being healthy, eating healthy, drinking enough water, yada, yada. But yeah, I just felt over the last couple months, culminating with, getting really sick over the weekend, I've just been kind of pushing that red line needle of going out, having fun, working, but not necessarily having that moment where it's just like, like this feels really good.
And when do you normally have those moments?
Yeah, so in the past I've had it, if I'm hiking in California on vacation or on the beach somewhere sipping on a beer, but not necessarily within the last, I would say, probably 6 months at home, working, all of that on a beautiful vacation with my family in Israel, of course. Yes. Yeah, like it's just, you kind of get caught up in like that controlling aspect of like having everything in line, work, yada, yada, yada. Got to get up by 6 to be at work by 8, 7:30, when it's like, you can still have that moment where everything just feels very much in tuned, like at good pace for where you're at,
Right.
and just feeling, really loose, light, and nice.
Right. So in resolution terms, did you get to a place where you put it like, what would the resolution be? Or is it just,
I think I kind of moved into like just the intention of it, of like finding that space, because right from there, like I know in my past, it's like when you get to that point, it's like this, it's, almost a meditative state where you're just like, you're breathing easy, your muscles feel just nice and relaxed and loose. And from there, kind of everything good, bountiful, and creative kind of happens from that spot. So yeah, I'd say just
Okay.
finding more moments of that calm stillness.
all right, I have a couple of ideas of how to think and talk about that, which
Sure.
is fundamentally what we're doing. But given what you've witnessed so far tonight and what you already know from your vast experience in spiritual workout world, do you have any languaging for this intention at the moment?
Not necessarily the language, but more of the feeling
Which
of
is?
just taking that step back and just slowing it down, and yeah, to me it almost feels like, just slowing it down 10 clicks, and releasing that kind of controlling
Okay, so
aspect.
so it sounds like what you're saying is if I do this, then that's a way to achieve what I'm wanting to do, right?
Yeah,
Which is a how, which we're gonna not worry about in the
Right.
moment, right?
Yep.
This is exactly it. So maybe Ian would be saying like, my resolution is to dial down 10 clicks so that I can enjoy blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So 2 words came to mind when you were talking. One is aware, and one is allow. So what I mean by that is it goes as something a little bit like this. So I am every day more and more aware of those moments of true serenity that occur all day, every day. I am better and better at allowing them in, regardless of where I am. I can be at work and enjoy moments of serenity. I can be in traffic and enjoy moments of serenity. I can be at home and cultivate more and more serenity. I am more and more aware of all the times and ways and places that this thing I used to experience on vacation can and does happen in the course of my everyday life.
Right. Without necessarily, yeah. And I think, there's probably a belief in there somewhere where it's like, I lived on my own for 3 years in school, chiropractic school, and then I came home, and now you're working and you're home again, and you feel like you just don't have that space necessarily.
Right.
And there's certainly some belief work that I need to get on in these next couple weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Do that. That is certainly probably that, inhibiting factor.
Absolutely.
To that right now at this moment.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so again, we're not going to focus too much on that. We're focusing on the foot on the gas part for tonight. Right. But what about this concept of, and perhaps it is changing a belief, that those moments come when I'm on vacation, those moments come when I can take a break, those moments
and just allowing for them to happen more frequently, allowing to, or I like that allowing language.
Good.
For sure.
And, yeah, excellent. And so then what starts to happen is, maybe you're just walking from the building to your car. Maybe you're, with a patient. Maybe you're wherever. But as you allow more and more of that, as you open the doors, if you will, and I was using the word moments, but I'm not sure I want to even limit it to that.
Sure.
But it's that, something like that. And so then you just start to cultivate. It's like, wow, that was,
Right.
for 49 seconds, I was just in that space that I keep saying I want to be in. And here it is right here. And then that happens 2, 3, 5 times. And you start to really put more and more together. And before you know it, you've achieved what you are intending to achieve, which is
Sure.
to not have that be separate from your everyday life, but to be
Exactly.
part of your everyday life.
Totally.
Inside of.
Right.
Does that feel
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, and it's something, it's a feeling, it's a sensation that I've certainly had, and this is a kind of this distinction that we've made together where it's like this isn't only vacation, right? This is what it can be always anywhere happening, right? Consistently.
Yeah.
It just doesn't need to be 2 weeks out of the year or whatever that you're on vacation, you can have this, but other than that, no, sir. Right. And it's like,
Yeah.
ridiculous when you say it out loud, but
But it isn't. But it is, but it isn't.
yeah,
So no judgment.
totally.
So,
Yeah.
but it really is true to start and then start noticing those, and you'll start to put them together, and then you become. So we could go to another place with this. It's like, I'm that guy. It doesn't matter who I am or who I'm with, what I'm doing. I'm just experiencing the kind of serenity, the kind of confidence, the kind of clarity that I desire to experience all the time. It's who I am.
Right.
So now we're taking it even to another level, right? But it's still intentional. It's still
Totally.
something you want to
Yeah,
be.
and like accepting it when it happens, and if it's not there at that time when you check in, without the judgment to be like, oh, what the hell? It's just like, okay, it'll be there the next time.
Yeah, and you will find more and more of them. So then that's
Right.
that part where we really magnify and amplify things that show up that are in alignment.
Totally.
So
Rock on.
that kind of get you there?
Totally.
You've earned this then.
I was about to say, my apple cider.
Yeah, me too. I've never even had this before.
Cheers.
So I'm not getting drunk from this. Natalie.
Cheers.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thanks, Ian.
SHMEZ.
Here.
SHMEZ 19.
All right,
See you
guys.
at SHMEZ 2020.
Sounds good. All right, see you guys.
Bye.
All right. Next up is Natalie. This is Kobe Lynn's sister
From Alaska.
from Alaska. All right, I'm sending you the invite, Natalie, right now. There's so many like different types of resolutions turning into intentions tonight. I love it.
So are you guys starting to get the hang of this?
Yeah, let us know. I'm going to cry. I'm so happy to have. Oh, yay. Thank you for inviting her.
Yeah.
For
thank
now.
you, Kobe Lynn.
Hi, Nat.
Hi.
Well, hi there. I would have known you were Kobe Lynn's sister.
Great to have you
I
here.
just got a whole bunch of like feels of I don't know. Like,
Nice.
oh no, why am I talking?
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Natalie.
Nice to meet you. I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this, and thank you, Kobe,
Thanks for coming.
inviting me. So cool. Very awesome.
Of course.
I'm
What's on your
awful
mind?
at resolutions, but as I've been thinking about it, just kind of finding my truth and really focusing and working on the spiritual gifts that I've been given, and finding that path of how to use them and how to help others with those, the gifts that I have, and just kind of fine tuning that and understanding exactly all of what that entails. And that's kind of big. And I love that, you are not about putting a time frame on it, because I think that it's always evolving and growing. And this is just kind of the beginning for me, as I've decided that this is something that I really need to focus on for me and for my family, and for those that in my community, and the people that just the people that are around me and in my life, and how I can help them and find healing, and help myself find healing as well. So
Let me ask you this, if I may. Natalie, where are you in the process of your spiritual gifts in terms of, is this a new thing? Have you been at this for a while? Is this?
I feel like I've been aware of them for myself for some time.
Mhm.
But I still feel like it is very new to me as well.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I still feel like I'm in the beginning stages of everything and finding that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a big part of this is, and I just throw words out and you get to say yay or nay or whatever. But it sounds like at least a big chunk of this is getting to that place of, what's the word? Of connection with your gifts, confidence.
Yeah, definitely confidence. That makes
And
sense.
are you at this point, are you looking at like creating some sort of a practice where you offer what you do in terms of,
I don't think I'm even close to that point. I think it would
okay.
be great to, yeah, I don't think I'm close
So
to
it's
that.
more at this point, really more about you gaining mastery yourself over
Mm-hmm.
what this is,
I
getting
think,
your arms around it.
yeah, I think Kobe, I was just looking at Kobe's comments and she's my sister and she just said asking instead of just receiving, because a lot of times I will just receive these things. And so teaching myself to like ask specific questions and in that way, that makes kind of sense to it. Having the
Yeah.
confidence in it and not like questioning, is this true? But just knowing that that is true and that is what I am receiving. Um, and so, yeah, eventually I think once I have that confidence and feel a little bit more confident and in those things, I think I would love to offer that to share with people for healing. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that looks like. A practice. I feel like that seems so official and real, and maybe down the
Okay,
road
fair
one
enough.
time that
That's,
might be where it's
thank
at.
you.
But
Because I just,
yeah, I think yeah, just not to that point yet.
right.
But I could see that. I would like to see
Mm-hmm.
that. I think that would be good.
So when have you felt most, there's that word again, connected to this gift or these gifts?
Definitely the last few years, I felt most connected. Um,
And is it,
I feel very connected to it and grounded to it, just where I live. And so I definitely feel that. Um, but definitely the last few years, I felt kind of more of the call. I've definitely felt, and I loved trying to talk to my husband about this, and he's like, "You just have to find that calling, and that's what it is. Is it really is calling me?"
so it found you?
Yeah, I think I've always had it, but it definitely is like finding that calling and where it is, finding that place for it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So if it's been a few years, is it stronger within you today than it was 2 years ago?
yes, definitely,
Has
definitely
it,
more
so
aware of it.
has it more or less, even if not in a straight line, but has it more or less increased in terms of your connection to it, your comfort with it,
Yes,
would you say?
yeah,
Okay. And let's not go as far as creating a practice and bringing it to others, but let's go as far as, wow, okay, yeah, I sort of played around with this for a while. I wasn't quite sure. And then and now I'm making some changes. And now I get what this is and I understand it and I'm loving it. So can you get sort of to that place and talk from there for a moment?
yeah.
Go.
Oh no. um. Oh, I don't know.
Just play around. Just play around. I will help you for sure.
Of what's there? What is that?
Yeah.
That is like what that looks like to me. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. What do you imagine that might be like?
Sorry, children walking in. For me, what that looks like is just like, not questioning things. It's just knowing, and that confidence of it. It's being able to help my children in their healing process of what they're dealing with emotionally and physically, and the things that
Let's keep the part with just for you for now.
just for me. Okay. I think mainly that would be like knowing the questions to ask, knowing the times when to stop and ponder, and to really kind of feel the things that are coming to me, and being able to understand the messages more clearly and who to share that with, and just having that confidence, and not doubting it, because a lot of times, sometimes I'll doubt it, or I'll be too foggy and too tired to really write that message down that I needed, and then come the next morning kind of be upset that I didn't write that message down, if that makes sense. So
your sister gave it away a little. I guess this has to do with dreams, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I'm very into with spirits and dreams, and feel like the angels that are around us. And
And so, would you get information about me through a dream, or you're going to help me interpret a dream that I had?
I would get information about you through a dream. Is kind of how I've received that.
Love that. Okay, so it sounds to me like this intention is, taking you to get you to the next level, where your experiences so far have coalesced to a point where you have a degree of confidence in what you're doing that you can then find all kinds of ways to bring to the world, starting with your own children, perhaps, and your own family, and going beyond. So again, let's leave that part for another time.
Okay.
And focus right here. So that feeling, I'm kind of on that same word again, that same concept of allowing, right? So that it really is, Kathy, isn't it? So that all of this energy, all of these things, all of the swirl, all of it, that you're allowing it to come in, that you're allowing it to settle in your system, that you're welcoming it, that you're more and more friends with it, that you're more and more comfortable with it. You're not so much just receiving things as and when they come, but to your point earlier, and I think your sisters, specifically asking and engaging this gift in a whole new way, right? So that's sort of the whole ball of wax right there. So let's play around with how one might language that, and then you'll do it on your own in a way that really fits for you. And so I have a whole new relationship with what I call my spiritual gift. In the beginning, I wasn't so sure, but now it's clear. And I have an ability, and I have a skill, and I have a gift that I am allowing, I am embracing, I am enjoying, I'm appreciating, I'm allowing it to take residence in my being, not to take over, but so that I can merge with it and make the best possible use of it by fully appreciating and understanding it first myself. And I'm so excited to start taking it out into the world. But I am so appreciative of what I've done most recently to get to where I understand this, and there's that knowing, and I don't have to question anything. Does this start to sound like where you want to be?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. That's very clear. I like that.
So this is, and it's a little focused because and I keep coming back to this, and you have to do it in the way that fits for you. But it does feel like the taking it out into the world is something else.
Yeah.
And we work, you know that we have a lot of people in spiritual workout world, like me, like your sister, like so many of us here, you know, that are crafting our own things and bringing them out into the world in some way.
Yeah.
So you're certainly not alone by any stretch of the imagination. But I think that from what you've shared, that the intention to really fully embody, to fully allow, to be aware of, to play with this. This is energy. You know, it's like tacking Jello to the wall, right? It's not always going to be so whatever. And you're an energy worker, and you're working with different energies that go beyond 3D, and, you know, light working and healing, and yet it starts with the full embodiment in your own being, to really fully allow that, and to start thinking and talking today as though that's happening.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I love that.
You are very welcome.
Thank you
so much.
Cheers. Yes.
Yeah. So here's to more healers in the world. Here's to more
Yes.
world. One day there will be spiritual workout just for light workers, because there will be so many people who are poised and ready to bring something. Oh, Kathy will go next. To bring something like what you're talking about, that's unique and different, and not something that, and you're not something that has existed in its way necessarily.
Yeah.
Right. And so you're also a pioneer in terms of what you're talking about doing. You know, that's a big piece of it.
Thank you.
I'm eager to have you out there in the world. I think we all are, doing your thing.
Thank you so much, Natalie, for coming on and for representing Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So next up is Kathy. Kathy, I'm sending you an invite right now. There you go.
Somebody before?
Karen, let us know if you want to come up, because it said that you had to decline the invite. So let us know, Karen, if you'd like to come up next after Kathy.
No offense.
And anyone would like to come up, let us know in the chat area or in Ask a Question here below the screen.
And also for anybody who's been conversing with me tonight about any of this, the next step is kind of formalizing the intention the way we do. And hey, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
And, you know, ferreting out beliefs that are not quite in alignment. So there's more, but we're getting going here. How are you, my friend? Oops, can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Kathy.
I wonder if she doesn't. Maybe
Kathy?
she doesn't.
Oh, she's typing.
Okay. How do I do audio?
The audio should be on. How about I take you? Try taking out the headphones, perhaps.
And unplug.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, good. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it does get bonus points for having the headphones at the ready. Hi.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you. It's nice to see you here.
It's good to. Thanks for inviting. I'm glad to be here. Almost past my bedtime, so I thought I'd better jump in.
Yeah, please.
So I have to tell you, I hung a stocking this year for myself. Haven't done that in years. And in my stocking, I left a note for Santa. And I asked for 4 things: clarity, purpose, passion, and a partner. Notice where that partner fell at the bottom of the list. But I think, and in listening to everybody, thank you so much for letting me hear. what you had to say. I've got many, many notes, and some of the things that I've been thinking have been shifted and realigned and make more sense now. But the one thing that I'm struggling with the most is clarity. You and I've worked together for a year and a half, about.
You say so.
I think so. And you still let me. Well, you still let me come back. And I'm struggling because I have had the benefit of listening to inspiration, and it has been absolutely wonderful. And there are things going on where inspiration is talking to me absolutely conflicts with the intention I think I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm not sure if the intention needs to change, or I really need to tease through what inspiration is trying to tell me. But in order for me, I think, to find my purpose, I really have to be clear. And it's a chicken or an egg. You know, what do I want? What do I want to be? Now that I'm in a position in my life to explore all kinds of things. And so I sit and do nothing. And I really want to have, I don't know where to start. So that there's no resolutions for 2020 except for clarity.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about what clarity means to you the way you're saying it.
Clarity is a guide. It either gives me focus, or I get focus from it, or a direction.
Are you comfortable calling that inspiration?
Yes. But now my inspiration's conflicting with what I had written down and have been working toward as intentions.
Can you give an example of that, or would you rather not?
No, I absolutely can give an example. When Alicia was talking about being a grandmother with her daughter, that's something you and I have talked about, because my kids live in Arizona. And
you live in
Philadelphia. So just listening to Alicia talk, it's kind of like, I appreciate that the way her intention was articulated is to be an integral part of her family's life. And I wrote that down. And then I wrote, is it all or none? Do I get to say which part I want to be a part of? I would love that intention. But then the tape started rolling with, to be an integral part, does that mean you go back to being a doormat and you just get used and abused?
I'm an integral part of my family in ways that fulfill me.
That's the clarity.
Does that cover it?
Yes. That's where I get stuck.
Hey, next. I'm kidding.
But that's where I get stuck.
Right, because here's where you get stuck, trying to figure out how it's going to happen, and how is everybody else going to receive it. And but you don't get to intend. You don't get to intend for anybody else. You can only intend for yourself. So as you play with this idea of being an integral part of your family, specifically your grandchildren's lives, you just think about it in terms of what you can control, in ways that please and delight me, in ways that surprise and excite me. I am a part of their lives, and that is exactly what I've intended to do. And the ways in which it happens and is happening are beyond what I even imagined. And it's always evolving, and it's always changing. And there's so many ways for me, but again, intention-wise for you, it's rich, it's deep, it's meaningful. I'm part of it.
Okay.
And that has nothing to do with where you live. It has nothing to do with how much money you have. It has nothing to do with the calendar.
Right.
It's just what you want. And so again, starting tonight, as you drift off to sleep, I am part of their lives. I've achieved what I set out to achieve because I am part of their lives in a way that works for all of us, in a way that works for me.
Okay. And okay.
And what?
I need a Lotus diagram to get through all of this stuff and the boxes connect here and there. I'm working on that too. But it's as I become more aware, as I become a listener instead of a planner, let me listen to what you have to say instead of planning my reaction to what I think you might say. And I'm getting better at that.
She's getting better at that.
But I'm finding then that the awareness of what's actually going on doesn't make me feel like that intention, if that makes sense. I don't feel I'm an integral part of their family.
Right. So the intention is about cultivating and creating something that doesn't yet exist, which is fine. But the trick is, and the dance and the weirdness is acting as though it does exist until it exists.
Okay. That I'm really good at. I've been doing that for years. Acting as if it does exist.
Yeah. And how do you do that? You take this verbal sketching of an intention, you craft it into something that's more even crisper and shinier and more clear. You get it to where there isn't a syllable out of whack, and you think and talk in those terms. And especially when something shows up that is not that, to move further into it. In other words, in the space between here and there, we're going to probably have a lot of different experiences, some of which are going to align and some of which are not. The trick is with the things that show up that don't align to just pay them no mind. And instead of thinking and talking about what isn't in alignment, you just think about and talk about what you want. And then anytime something does show up, you have a wonderful conversation on the phone with one of the kids, and it's exactly what you're looking for. Then you take the NASA-sized magnifying glass and make a big flippin' deal out of it. This is exactly what I mean. This is exactly what I'm talking about. My intention is in motion. It's happening.
Okay.
And when the next day something happens that isn't, who cares?
Okay.
That's the practice. That's it right there. That's where the rubber meets the road. Regardless of what's happening, you're always thinking something, you're always feeling something, and you're usually saying something.
Maybe I should quit talking.
Well, I meant the universal you. But yeah,
okay.
Sometimes that's true. But it's like so it's not quit talking, just be conscious of what you're talking about. Are you talking about what's not working, or are you talking about what's working? Are you talking about what's not working and what you don't want, or are you talking about what you do want? That's it.
Okay.
But this whole conversation, this whole night is about getting clear about what we do want so that we can bounce right to it. Absent that, we start flailing.
You just nailed it for me. Because when the thoughts are going to what I don't want, then I've lost sight of what I do want.
Right. And you feel shitty. And so for a while, this back and forth, if that becomes your experience or has been your experience, is okay. That's part of it. The spiritual workout people know that we're always talking, especially in the intention setting clinic. One of my first questions with anybody is, where are you in the process today? Are you just starting to articulate an intention and you're way at the beginning? And I know you guys see it the other way, but are you way at the beginning where it's or have you been at it for a while and you're down here where you're really, it's easy to think and talk about it, even though it hasn't yet manifested. Or are you somewhere in the middle where one day it's amazing, the next day it's, oh my God, I've just fell 500 feet. How did that happen? Right? So it matters where that one is conscious of where one is in the process at any given time. Because depending on where you are, when you have those moments, either you're going to have to really pay some attention to those underlying old beliefs that are making you feel crappy, or you'll be able to snap right into the intention. But it all starts with having the intention shiny and clear, which is
Okay. See, and when you say shiny and clear, I'm one of those that, oh, squirrel, look over there. So all the shiny and clear stuff. I'll chase anything shiny. I just have to focus on this one intention.
Yeah. So, well, it's interesting because the intention was clarity, and that's what we're talking about. The more
That is
clear
my
we
intention.
are, then, you know, the better it all works. So shiny and clear intention means not shiny new object so much as, wow, it is really easy for me to articulate what I'm wanting, even though I don't have it, even though I don't feel like I'm anywhere near it. It is super easy for me to think about it and talk about it. And if you ask me about it, I can do 10 minutes right off the top of my head about this thing that I want to be, this thing I want to do, this thing I want to have. This is me in alignment. This is me clear, shiny with my intention. That's it. So how do you get from blah, blah, blah to that? Practice. You write it down. You review it a thousand zillion times. You think about it when you're not thinking about it.
Okay.
You think
I'll
about
work on that
it all
part.
the time.
I said I will only entertain positive.
And it's easy. It's easier to do that when you have that intention at the ready.
Okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Cheers.
So here's to Kathy and clarity.
Clarity.
All right, Kathy, I know you want to go to bed.
Sleep tight. Thank you so much, Kathy, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye. I love all these different intentions that are, well, resolutions turning into intentions tonight. Thank you, everyone. I see someone added something. Okay, Christina. Great. We'll get you on.
Did we lose Karen?
Yes, we did.
Right,
I'm sending you the invite, Christina. And it says you're accepting and connecting. If we go over 10 o'clock my time, like the end of the hour, we're going to have to extend it to another session, and I'll send an invite to everyone. Just stay on, but I'll send an invite to everyone so that we can extend this event, this extravaganza. Hey, Christina.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to see you as always.
What?
I'm going to take a moment out for commercial interruption. I really want to offer up a debt of gratitude to both Delilah for her ongoing efforts with behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, spiritual workout wise. She is the reason that we have this going on. And I want to thank our friend Christina right here, who for the last couple of months has been working with me directly to get us up and running on Instagram, and including running a promotion for this evening. And I just want to publicly thank you, Christina, for all of the hard work you've done. And it is not easy for a human being to pull this human being into social media. So extra kudos.
Yeah, Delilah's changed my life. This having this online this year has been life-changing.
You can thank her. All right. So we're back to our regularly scheduled program.
Okay. First of all, I'm exhausted because I had a private session with you earlier today. I had a 3-hour mastermind group, and then I came home and had a big learning experience. So I have been working out all day. I am so tired. And this is something that I'm going to be cultivating over the next month. I like to take my resolutions into almost into the Chinese New Year. Like, I'm not great at launching anything in the depths of winter. Like, this is still like feeling things and figuring things out time. I'm like going to be real gentle that I'm not ready to run with this in 2 days.
When's
So
the New Year, just for kicks?
it's
The end of January?
yeah, it's like middle endish of January. It's the new moon, if I'm correct.
I'll take your word for it.
So what came up for me today, something that I've known and been thinking of, like, I first started working with spiritual workout through Spiritual Workout for Entrepreneurs. And I'm going to engage spiritual workout over the next month to support my passion. And it's because it's like at any moment I've got my financial intention, my family intention, my this intention, my that intention. And I'm like, I've got content for days. So, yeah, but there's this thing where I do this thing that I love, and I've learned to do it more now through love and play. But now that I've separated my financial intention from it, and so whenever I'm feeling wobble or stress, I really just go tap on my financial intention, because it's just, that's where I'm not trusting. And that's been really good. That's been really helpful. And but there's another little bug here where I'm afraid to fully be myself, the thing that people love me the most for, because I'm still afraid that people, maybe then I'll like turn people off, and then people won't buy my stuff, which I don't even care if they buy my stuff. I'm doing it for fun, aren't I? It's like so today at my mastermind group, I was like, can you all tell me what is missing from my online, my website, my e-commerce platform, my social media, that doesn't fully reflect me? Because everyone seems to love what I do because it's me. And so I want to make sure that I'm reflecting who I am in that. And then when I'm reflecting who I am, I'm having even more fun because I'm fully being myself. And the feedback was like, you make everything funny, and you make everything light in a world that could be, too serious. You make it funny and you make it light, and you're a little ridiculous. And I'm like, yeah, I love that. I did that when I taught yoga. I like doing that in front of a group of people. But I'm afraid to do it in like text and video, because I don't have that immediate reaction, feedback energy. I can't control how people receive it. I don't know. And then there's this other thing where it's like, well, just go be yourself. I don't know who I am, because I'm a cyclical being, and I'm a different person through my cycle each month, where sometimes I'm really outgoing and silly, and other times I'm really internal and introverted. And Nick had the idea of like, what if your brand was, I'm not a brand. I'm not something that you can just nail down. And that's what I want to teach, and that's what I want to share. And sometimes I'm like this, and sometimes I'm not. And so how do you go be who you are when you're something different all the time? And like, how do I get my footing and my confidence in this?
To me, that is who you are, a multifaceted person. I am a multifaceted person. I have a range of ways of being. There he is. I have a range of ways of being, right? I'm not the same all the time. I am spontaneous. I don't know how I'm going to feel in the morning, and I love seeing how I feel in the morning. Is this not who you are?
Yeah, that's who I am. And I think it's just going to take some like saying that and then hearing someone mirror it and be like, okay, that's a, like, I'm just so used to like a brand is one thing and you go be that brand. And I'm like, well, yikes. I guess I got to figure out how to describe who I am
Right.
as.
So, okay, that's the rub, because in your head, it sounds like you're going to a how. How's this all going to work? How's it
Of
all
course.
work? So that's as soon as it starts to feel like, this isn't, and it's stuck. It's that stuck feeling of just and low energy, because we're trying to figure out how it's going to happen. So this is just, you already said it when you came on, which is, I'm afraid to be fully myself, but my desire is to be fully myself. My desire is to just be myself and let the chips fall where they may. But I'm a little afraid of doing that. But I'm not going to bring fear into my desire. I'm not going to bring fear into my intention. My intention is I'm fully myself all the time, and people dig it, and it grows my business somehow. I make money being me.
I have a personal power or new way of being intention. I have a passion intention, and I have a financial intention. And it's like little bits of all of them in this one, you know?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. But really, I mean, when you said you're saying two things, right? It's really good when I'm just myself. People seem to dig it, and all I have to do is just be myself, and they like it even more. And then you said, but I'm afraid to fully be myself. So
It's the connection to money, I think, is the biggest. Like, okay, the whole part, like, we can clarify, I am a very multifaceted person, and that can be my brand. Okay, that checks that off for me. It's the money thing where I'm like, people might not buy what I'm doing anymore,
right.
which is like,
there are a whole bunch of people in the world who don't give a shit about malas.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to talk to them. I'm not trying to find them. I'm not trying. So that's negative.
Oh, Stephen, because like everyone else that does what I do that I've seen does it in like a way that's like, Om Shanti Shanti. This is infused with Reiki energy, and I made it under the light of the full moon. And sometimes I make malas under the light of the full moon, but other times I make malas while I'm fucking binge watching Parks and Rec. And they're magical, and I don't know why they're magical. And like, how do you write that on a website and not turn people off?
Why are you afraid of turning people off?
Because of the money connection.
Right. So you already know how to go around that, or how to go through that, which is just realign with the money intention.
Mm-hmm. So it's just going to be like just that daily homework of like, get aligned here, go get aligned with that financial intention, then go play and say what you want and have fun. Like,
oh yeah.
So it's the same thing I've been doing. Great.
Same thing you've been doing. And there's nothing to fix. There really is nothing to fix. And so the other thing that I would say, and again, this is really true for any of us, it's like, I'm not trying to sell malas to people that don't know what malas are, or don't appreciate what I'm doing, or don't, whatever. There are so many people who are drawn to me and the work that I do, and are happy and willing to pay for it. And that's fantastic. And if they, you know what I mean? So it's still just some belief stuff underneath all that. It's just a little more.
I'm feeling like the mala intention is not shiny and clear enough. Like I haven't fully said in it, like, here's how I feel when the people I love are coming to me. Like, I think that needs more love too.
I think that's right. Exactly that. It's like, what's it like for you when you make a connection and a sale? What's it like when you connect with the person? What's it like when you see what happens in your bank account? All of those kinds of things, putting yourself right in the center of that whole experience and all the facets of it.
Okay. That's where I see I could get some shinier and clearer. What do I do with like, one thing I've been coming up against is like customers, like I'm taking a month off. I know that I need this time of the year to go deep within. This is where I get my wisdom. And then like customers are coming and it feels really empowered to be like, I'll see you on January 10th. Like, and if you're the true customer for me, if you understand how a cyclical being works and how I'm so abundant that I trust I can take a month off. And in fact, the less I work, the more I make, then you're the right customer for me. And if you don't understand, then cool, no loss. So, but how do I navigate where like January 10th comes back around, the shop's back open? Sometimes people are flooding in and I'm like, I don't want to make malas right now, but people are flooding in. And there's other times where I'm like, I want to make malas right now. And then it's crickets. Like, I want to do it when I want to do it. And yet I kind of feel like I just have to do it when other people want me to do it.
Well, that's just you navigating through how you want to run your business.
Okay.
And it feels to me like there's some relative fluidity to that. In other words, how it feels right today might be different than how it feels right 6 months from now, or a year from now,
Or tomorrow.
or tomorrow. Exactly. So that's okay. That's, you being an entrepreneur. That's you, deciding and redeciding and how you want to run your business. But
Okay. That sounds like the language of like back into the mala intention of this is how it feels. This is how it feels when.
and this is why I'm doing it, and this is what's so exciting about it. This is what's fun. This is what I'm doing now. This is how I like to work. This is,
Okay. As always, it's not as complicated as I thought.
that is often the case, my friend, as you well know.
Yeah, but I love that I can come on here and talk it out and have this personalized space to be like, okay, I read in the book, I read in like a self-help book, do XYZ, but what about me and my particular brand of interesting? Like, let me just talk this out real quick and remember that it's still not that complicated. Okay, thank you.
Here's the simplicity.
I had some soup. This is old soup.
Yeah, simplicity, that it's not always as complicated as we think. It really isn't.
I'm grateful to be able to ask it and be reminded.
I'm grateful that you're doing it. And this is a person who is working the situation, as we used to say. It really is. It's called a workout for a reason, folks. And
I'm tired. It has been a lot of working out today.
You should be. That's a healthy response.
But it's been incredible. Like, wow. I'm going to go take a nap.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing up. Cheers. Thanks, Christina.
Cheers.
Do I have a minute to feed a couple of dogs?
Well, yes. I think you can. Are they hungry?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
All right.
It's only going to take me as long as it's going to take for the next person to come up.
Okay. Sounds good.
Christina.
Thanks, Christina.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. So anyone else that'd like to come up and work on turning their resolution for 2020 and beyond into a shiny, clear intentions, virtual workout style, let us know in the chat area or in Ask a Question. I think that this might be actually a good time if we have more folks that want to come on to switch over to the extended session. But let us know if anybody else would like to come on in the chat area or in Ask a Question right here.
Right back.
I hear you, Stephen. It's a very casual setting over here, guys. Looks like we actually may be done for the night. Doesn't seem like anyone else like to come on. Let's see. There you are.
Do we have more? What's going on?
Now, going once, going twice, let us know if you like to set any resolutions into a shiny, clear intention. This is where we get to do that. And as you've seen, Stephen is mwah when it comes to articulating and clarifying intentions. So milk it.
In the not too distant future, there will be many people. If whatever you think I'm doing is whatever, it's just from practice. And so it's just about learning to be intentional and
Practicing.
practicing it. And none of us have grown up, not none, but very few of us have grown up being taught any of this stuff. But it's not a secret, and that's what we're here for, to just keep going. Because it's time for us to not live in fear. It's time for us to be all of who we are. And we have to be intentional about that. It's been so good. Can you share your experience of growth? Me, Kobe Lynn? Little old me?
Well, yes. Okay. If we're going to do that, because we only have 5 minutes left to this particular session of this broadcast. So I think it might be best to start the next session. And if anybody who wants to stay on, just stay on. And you should be receiving a prompt to join the next extended session.
All of us will?
Yeah. So I'm going to start doing that now. This is the first time we're doing this, guys, so don't judge me. Judgment-free zone.
Judgment-free zone. It's
we usually are the times that the most time that we spend in a spiritual workout online session is an hour and a half. Nice. So, all right, I'm going to do this now, guys.
Is this still recording? All right. This is where it would help if I were even remotely an entertainer, but I'm not. I can drink for you.
Okay, so I think it's going to start right when we end here at 10. So, or 10 my time. So at the top of the hour, it'll end here, and then we'll go right into the next session.
And Nick's got his ukulele. Thank you, Nick. Exactly. That spiritual workout theme song. I'm smelling it. Okay, Kobe Lynn, experience with intentions. Let me mull on that for a moment. So Delilah, what do we do? Just keep talking and then?
Yeah, keep talking. It'll end in like three or so, less than 3 minutes. And then you'll get a prompt to join the next session.
Okay. So Kobe Lynn's asking, and then I want to come back to Nick also, if you're still hanging in there, to do some more. Kobe Lynn, you're asking me about my experience with intentions. I'm living it right now. So, you know, so many of people so far in spiritual workout world, not surprisingly, are, as we've been talking about, entrepreneurs creating their own thing and whatever. So I'm going to be talking much more about this next year. And I don't have anything organized in my head at the moment. But the fact that I'm here right now, that we are doing spiritual workout online, that we have a monthly drop-in, a weekly drop-in for an hour and a half on Monday evenings at 8 o'clock in New York and 5 o'clock in California, and God knows what time anywhere else. The fact that we're doing the intention setting, the tapping clinic on Tuesdays at 10 in the morning, California time, and the intention setting clinic on Wednesdays in California time at 10 o'clock. Yeah, I want to hear Nick's other ones too. When I set out to do this, it was almost 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago. And for reasons I won't get overly into at the moment, but just as I was ready to bring my fully baked service called Spiritual Workout into the world in the form of this business, specifically to go online, to be able to reach more people and to create freedom in my own life, I sort of lost it all. I lost my house. I lost all my money. I lost my community. I lost my credit rating. I lost my insurance. I lost my blah, 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 blah. I mean, as I'm saying sometimes, like I've lived through your worst nightmares, right? Or people's worst nightmares in our culture. And the reason that we are here right now is because I just do what I'm saying all the time. I 24/7 spiritual workout myself all the time. And from what I call the bottom of a deep, dark ditch of financial ruin and emotional upheaval at a very inopportune time. I mean, it was just a perfect storm of insanity, crazy ridiculousness to go from being in the prime of my life, couple of careers, finally crafting this thing that is my, following my bliss, check, check, check every